today. So every day we start fresh because we can't affect the past, but we damn sure can make a difference today.
Welcome to episode 4 of Shop Talk. Today we're covering our favorite relationships and partnerships, and then the top 5 moments they were at their best. I'm one of your hosts. My name is Jennifer. I'm joined by Kari.
Hi, guys.
So since the rookie is on hiatus this week, we wanted to dive more into the relationships, whether they were romantic or completely platonic. But this wasn't the only episode that we had in mind. So we had you guys kind of vote, and this is what you wanted to hear. So
yeah, we might have a few of the same kind of mentions, but for the sake of this podcast, we tried to switch it up and talk about pairings that we've loved or like missed over these last few seasons. So we hope you guys enjoy it.
I didn't think it was going to be hard for me until I went back and looked at it again, and I was like, I can't choose.
See,
and
this
if
is
I do,
I'm telling you, you got to be Tumblr people. Y'all know that this is what people talk about is in depth, top moments or relationship kind of things. So Tumblr people, you guys would like this.
I need to get on that more. But we do have some news for this episode. So we'll start off with Matt's Inside Line reported they you send in questions and then he gets them answered. And so a fan asked the question, what's the deal with no mention of Rachel this season on The Rookie? Did she and Tim break up off screen or will she be back? And Matt said, all I know is that we will neither see nor hear a mention of Rachel, played by Jasmine Matthews, who moved east to New York in last year's finale, but plan to enjoy a long distance romance with Tim before season's end. I mean, I feel like if we would have seen or heard about her, it would have happened by now.
Yeah, I don't know. I've seen people theorize on Tumblr again that it's always on Tumblr. That well, what if she came back for the wedding or something? And I'm like, I mean, I guess, but also why? I don't know.
Yeah, I feel like if she would come back for the wedding and saying the season finale, it would make no sense. It would be like, well, where have you been? Tim hasn't even talked about you. So yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know. I mean, I kind of feel like it's the same kind of thing with Emmett, we haven't actually seen Emmett, but at least we got a mention.
Yeah, that he broke up with her over text message. Who does that?
Okay. I see what I've done.
I'm still bitter about that. You just don't do that to Lucy Chen. You just don't.
That's true. But anyway, before Jennifer gets a little too into it there, we also have episode descriptions for 312 and for 313. On May 2nd, that is the episode 312, which is Braveheart. That's the one that we had mentioned last episode that Jason Canella's character will be debuting in as well. But anyway, the episode description is, after rushing his son Henry to the hospital following his collapse, Nolan is reunited with his ex-wife Sarah, and they must come together to help their son. Meanwhile, Detective Lopez discovers La Fiera is in the hospital and wants to find out exactly why. So, Sarah,
I've seen the promo for it.
Yeah. Sarah, his ex-wife, is played by Emily Deschanel from Bones, so that'll be exciting.
Yeah.
To see how that goes, because it'll be her debut on screen, as far as that goes. And then the following week, May 9th, is an episode 313 called Triple Duty. It's officers Nolan and Bradford hope they can de-escalate a drug war before any innocent lives are lost. Meanwhile, Officer Harper hopes she can get Officer Chen ready to go undercover.
Can I just say that I am here for these partner switches?
You want to know what I'm not here for, though?
What?
I can't. I'm excited to see Nolan and Bradford. You're laughing at me. I can't.
I knew that's exactly what you were going to say.
I don't know. Maybe it's because I'm watching season 1 right now too. So I can't, I'm in full on, I don't care for Lucy and John being together. And then I just want Chenford. So it's just this awkward, here's a former fling. And then, Lucy should be husband. is there. And it's just like this awkward thing.
I just find it hilarious when like Bradford gets annoyed with John, with
It's so
Nolan.
great.
He's
It's
just
so
like,
great.
can you just stop talking?
He's like the scowl emoji. Like if the scowl emoji was like a person, it would be Tim at Nolan.
But I mean, those four, like in their two cases or whatever, like what they're trying to do during the episode, have to be related. They just have to be.
I would
And
assume so.
I am here for all of this. Like, just give it to me now. So then we have another little piece of news, kind of outside of the rookie, but within the cast. Titus had a new song that came out, and it's called Testimony. It's really good. There's a music video to go along with it too. So after you're done listening to this, just go over and listen to that. We'll share it on our Twitter as well. So, and then if you guys see anything floating around on the internet, please send it our way. We're kind of dwindling down on the news, I think, just because the show is kind of coming to season finale. But yeah, we'll definitely have to keep an eye out for any kind of news or renewal news. Hopefully we get a renewal
Please.
soon.
Oh my gosh. Have
Yeah.
to.
So now we should dive into the partnerships and relationships that we love.
Yes. I'm excited.
So, like I said earlier, this was difficult for me because I had 6 and we were only going to talk about 5. So I do have an honorable mention in here.
As do I. Yeah, so fine, guys.
So my first one, these aren't like in any like ranking of 1 to 5, like the ones that I like the most or not, because I think we all know like who would be at the top. So who would be the top 2 at least. So first I have Angela and Tim. And I just really like love the partnership that we've seen throughout the show. Mostly like we started seeing it in season 2 and then like now in season 3, because I feel like season 1 was mostly him and Bishop.
Yeah,
right?
I mean, like see, since I'm like currently rewatching it, you see that trio. So it's like
Yeah.
Angela, Talia, and Tim, because like they
Yeah.
all, are around the same age, like saying, they know like the whole Isabel thing, like that kind of bonded them all in.
Yeah. And I feel like they're just closer, like because presumably they've been working at the district, like about the same amount of time. Whereas like Nyla came in and she's like friends with Tim and Angela, but it's different kind of dynamic than like what Talia had.
Yeah. Oh, for
So
sure.
yeah, I just love their moments. They are like one of the best friend duos that I need more of. So I mean, besides Jackson and Lucy, obviously. And then my second one is Nyla and John, obviously in seasons 2 and 3. In my opinion, like their dynamics are just great. Like she's so serious, takes no crap. She kind of has a hard shell / exterior, whereas he's like softer and more compassionate. Not saying that she's not, but he doesn't hide it like she kind of does.
Yeah,
If that
that's
makes
fair.
sense. Yeah.
Yeah.
But then like he also knows what it takes to get the job done and he'll do whatever it takes. So they just like contrast each other so well. And I'm just here for their partnership and I just want to keep seeing it thrive. So and then my third one is Gray and John. I don't know why I love them so much. I think it's just the roast that Gray does to John and the little digs that he like makes. Just it's their interactions for me. He's Sergeant Gray's a spirit animal and a whole mood and just needs to be appreciated more. That's all I'm gonna say on that.
I mean, for sure. I mean, I like literally just tweeted before I hopped on here to record like a
Yeah.
moment between them, and like it's just literally, I mean, it's like John's driving and Gray is just sitting there and he's like, "Do you want to quiz me?" And he's like, "Do I look like a game show host to you?" Like he's so done with it, and they haven't even been in the car for like 2 minutes. I'm like,
Yeah.
"Oh my gosh, it's hilarious."
Well, and like we did a meme thread a few
we
days
did.
ago.
How did I forget? Now I'm
And
the one who
honestly,
tweeted
when
it.
I was like rewatching a few episodes for like the screenshots, I did not realize how much John Nolan is a meme.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
Like
he
I
so
was sending
is.
Carrie pictures and I was like, if
So
this isn't a
is.
Monday mood, I don't know what is.
It's like perfect.
And then like she
Absolutely.
had pictures of Sergeant Gray that, we included in the thread. I was just like, oh my God, these two are just, we need to see more of them. Like more of them on in the fields. I would like to.
Yeah. Mhm.
Yeah. Like while Nyla's undercover, because I don't want to see her not like working. While Nyla's undercover, Gray and John
Yeah.
can, you know.
That would be an interesting trio though if you put like Tim and John and Gray together.
Yeah.
That would be kind of interesting too.
I'm here for that. I'm here for
Yeah.
that.
And then
Yeah.
just like throw in Jackson just because, and then you got like
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just give me a girls' night and then give me a guys' night. How about that? Like I just need to see the
so funny.
dynamics
That
and
would be so funny.
like what chaos ensues on both of them. Like,
oh my gosh. I
yeah.
have so many theories already.
Can the girls do karaoke and the guys like go play pool or something?
Yeah.
Like I need that.
It would be so funny though, because like Nolan's really competitive and so is Tim.
Mm-hmm.
That would be hilarious. And
then you have like their past, well, John's past relationship with Lucy, and then Tim, like his potential. It would just again be really funny to like watch that play out.
Yeah, no, it would be. It'd be hilarious because Jackson would take all the videos and then Gray would just be so done. Like, why am I here?
Yeah.
So it'd be great.
I mean, now I need to see it. So if it's not gonna become canon in the show, can someone please write that fanfic so that I can read it? All right. So my fourth partnership is, well, partner slash friendship is Tim and Talia in season 1. I don't know. For me in season 1, they seemed closer than like Tim and Angela did. Maybe it's just because like we see more of the Tim and Angela friendship grow in season 2. But I do wish that we got to see like more of Talia and Tim, and even with Angela too, and then Talia in some capacity in season 2 and 3. Obviously, you know, Afton was written off like for other reasons. So, you know, I mean, but if there was a way that she could come back, I would like to see her in some capacity. Because honestly, like I wasn't a huge fan of Talia when I first started binging the show, and I didn't get too attached to her. I think mainly because I knew that Makia Cox was coming in, and I liked her in Chicago Med. But you know, I mean, doing rewatches like of episodes here and there too, like I Talia is growing on me. So, but I noticed that she seems like closer with Tim, like out of all the TOs. So she seems closed off, but
yeah, well, because I like just watched, or well, I was watching again before I hopped on here. An episode, I think it was season 1, episode 10, I think. And I guess Talia was Tim's boot at one point for like 2 weeks.
oh yeah, that's right.
That's like maybe why they're a little bit closer than maybe like Tim and Angela. But yeah, I mean they're like one and the same, like personality wise. So
well, and we don't know like how much she helped with the Isabel stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So, but they don't even like mention her now, like John's old, you know, TO or anything, or like Tim doesn't like. We need a mention of her in some capacity. And then my last relationship partnership that I love, I mean, I couldn't leave them off, obviously, is Tim and Lucy, aka Chenford, aka the ship that I am absolutely trash over. Obviously this is one of the best like partnerships, friendships, possible romantic relationships on the show. I think like a lot of people love them. But you know, I think first and foremost they've built up a great friendship, and like with them everything else will come later. They want that friendship first. But I do say friendship in quotes because they're not the best of friends yet. Like Tim still seems standoffish to Lucy in her ways, but he does show moments where like he warms up to her.
Yeah.
And you know, kind of like not accepts her ways because they're not wrong, but like he just becomes more like interested in them, if that's the right word. Yeah. So I mean, I couldn't leave Chenford off because I felt like I was gonna like, you know,
Heck no.
be in hot water over that. So, But I do have an honorable mention, and that is John and Grace, the doctor in season 2. I don't know what it was, but I just liked them. I mean, I liked them more than him and Jessica Russo.
Yeah.
I don't
Same.
know. I just wasn't a huge fan
Same.
of her. But I like how they like reconnected after so many years apart. Like they dated in college.
Yeah.
And they were at that same phase of life, kind of. Both divorced, both had sons, even though hers is a lot younger. Well, we found out that she wasn't actually divorced, they were just separated, but you know, she was kind of leading that like single parent life.
Yeah.
And I just really liked them. I felt like they kind of like understood each other and where each other was coming from. So
Right. Well, and like even though she was, like a doctor or emergency surgeon, or for in a first responder kind of position, she was like more grounded, I think, because like with
yeah.
Jessica, she was like traveling all over the place with the FBI and whatnot, and like I feel like Grace was kind of a little bit more stable for
Hmm.
John. I feel like maybe, but I don't know.
Yeah. So that is all of my relationship, partnership, friendships, just all of my ships in general. Obviously there's more, but those were like my top 5. So
Yeah. Oh gosh. Okay. Well,
Carrie,
see,
take it away.
I was gonna start with Chenford, but now it's like, okay. Okay. Well, see, since I mentioned it, I may as well. Obviously, Chenford. Um, or as I don't know why I call them Team Tall and Small. I just do. But they're the reason why I started the rookie, so obviously, like they have to be included on my list. And I just really like how Lucy was the one to like be there for Tim, even like in season 1. So like even when they, were only riding around together for like 2 months, um, she already kind of picked up on things that were like happening in his life.
Mhm.
And so that's why they were the first to come to mind, I guess. But then also for me, I really liked Jackson's relationships. I mean, with Sterling, it's obviously pre true crime, like before that episode occurred, which is unfortunate because I really liked them guys. They were a
Yeah.
good they were a good pair.
They
And
were a
then
good like LGBT relationship to see on TV.
yeah, oh my gosh, they were. Then season 1, like prior to that relationship, Jackson was dating a nurse at the hospital named Gino. And they were cute too. Like I just know he had some good relationships. Like I hope this one,
But the
this
police officer on the horse,
yeah,
right?
I really wish I knew his name. It's like Isaac or something. I
Something
just
like
making
that.
that up. I don't know. If
I'll
someone
look it up.
please tell me, or Jennifer will look it up. That's fine too. Um, but like Jackson, just like he had some good relationships, and I liked both of them for different reasons. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, and then so those are my first two. Speaking of Jackson, though, my first like little partnership. I mean, Chenford's a partnership too, but like any like legit just platonic partnership would be Angela and Jackson. Because Angela Lopez and Jackson West are so underrated. I will die on this hill. Like I cannot say enough good things about them. So good, so good. Um, and then the other one, I mean, I really liked Talia and John. I don't know if it's because, like I said, I'm rewatching season 1. That would be a really great. I shouldn't say drinking game but like if you took a shot for every time I'm gonna say that I watched season 1, great. But anyway, I really did enjoy Talia and John's like TO rookie like mentorship. I don't know. I mean, I'll get into it later, but yeah, I mean, I just really think they needed to be mentioned because she kind of got him to a decent place for like
Mhm.
Nyla to kind of take over in season 2.
Yeah.
And so I feel like it just wouldn't like I don't know, just different perspectives offer different things to help him grow as a rookie. And I feel like her uh, teachings were one of those good things that helped him.
Yeah, I feel like she kind of taught him like the bare bones of like what he needs to know being out on the street. Because what you learn in the academy and in the books is a lot different than what you're going to learn on the streets, right? So I feel like
Yeah.
she kind of gave him like the bare bones of how to like, just be on the streets. We saw it in Plain Clothes Day where he kind of left that suspect and just thought she was just going to look over him.
Mhm.
And then she was like, I let him get away. I'm not here to,
Yeah, she's just really good at like get like the real deal, like no BS. Like she
Mhm.
just kind of, this is how it is, and like this is how it's gonna be. Like even if she doesn't say it, it's like that's usually how it turns out. Like she just has
Yeah.
a way of like just really being very intuitive and like knowing what's gonna go down. And then last but not least is Angela and Wesley, or we'll see the rookie account called them Westlow, which is fine.
Yeah.
But like I'm pretty darn sure that
It's
Alyssa Diaz
Lopez.
and Sean Ashmore, who portray the characters, were like had fans vote, and I'm pretty sure Lopez won. So I'm gonna call them Lopez for the sake of this.
I don't know. It's confusing
thing.
because they've Jackson West and then they've, Wesley.
That's
So it's
true.
like, who do you call Westlow and who do you call Lopez? I don't know, but it's just like, the rookie account, like Melissa and Eric calling Chenford Tusi, but all of the stands called Chenford. Like
Uh-huh.
we need to like clear the air here and like make up our minds.
Uh-huh.
But yeah. I mean, the Chenford and Tusi debate, I feel like is just anytime that they come on and say Tusi, I think a lot of the fans kind of are just like, it's Chenford.
Well, I think Eric finally got the message.
Yeah.
I think. I don't know. I think.
I think
But
they kind of go by both because we've seen them like tweets and stuff where it's like hashtag Chenford. So
yeah.
I think they go by both.
I mean, I've been guilty of tweeting both, so
Yeah.
I'm not judging. I'm here for all the shipping of any kind, really. So, you know.
Okay, so I cannot find Jackson's new love interest's name. But I can keep doing some research unless you want to take that over. Because I don't remember exactly what episode he came in.
Yeah, I'll take it over while
All of the
you
episodes have been like blurring for all of my shows. I'm just like, wait, what episode are we on? And what was just covered? I don't know. I think it's all these like breaks that we have or something.
I will take over research while you talk about your favorite moments for your ship.
Yeah. So this one I was just able to like focus on. I don't really have a favorite moment for my honorable mention just because like nothing really came to the top of my mind with them except for like a few of the hospital scenes. But my first one, again, this is not in order of like which ones I liked best, but my first one was Nyla and John's partnership in Amber Alert. I don't know, she was just like so sassy with the professor and kind of reluctant to listen and explain and accept like her thoughts. But John was the complete opposite and was wanting to be like upfront with Fiona, whereas like Nyla was just, she was like quick to give her feedback. But Nyla like let him take the lead on handling the suspect on the bridge. And, when asked why, she was like, John just handles the suspects better. He has a way of talking them down. So like they respect each other, obviously, but they have very different ways of kind of handling themselves and like being able to do different things. And I don't know, I just love them and I love Nyla Harper. So yeah, weekly rant about, Nyla
Just gonna say if
and my
Jennifer hasn't
queen.
said it already.
Yeah. And then my next favorite moment was Lucy and Tim in 211 and 212. I think a lot of us have this same favorite moment.
I'm already gonna start crying, so don't mind me.
But I mean, really like throughout the entire show though, like they've had good moments. And they're not necessarily like boyfriend girlfriend moments yet, but they kind of hint towards that. So I don't know. I just liked when like Tim and Angela were kind of talking and he said, I let her go. I mean, that is, I think, when I started shipping them hardcore. because I just felt like he was really like hurt and just felt guilty about it all. And so then also I noticed Tim's face when Gray says they believe Caleb is Rosalind's protege. Like his face, I mean, we need to go back and screenshot that because it was just, it like pained
sorry.
me to see it.
No, I got the sorry. I got the sorry, I got
You
the,
get the
I found
name?
the person. Yeah, it's Isaac. I was right. Yes, I love being right.
Yes.
I swear, guys, if I could get paid for like just randomly like pulling things out of thin air,
She would. She'd
I-
get paid.
I could make a lot of money. But his name is Joshua Triplet is the actor's name.
Cool.
So,
Yeah,
but yeah,
you would
Isaac,
be paid big bucks.
Isaac Young is his character name, aka Officer on the Horse.
Yes.
I just you don't see police officers on horses, like especially in
No.
LA. So
Yeah, especially in the big cities. I'm trying to think if you see them in Chicago. I don't think so. Maybe
No.
like when there's riots or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I
Anytime
don't-
that I've went to Chicago, I haven't seen them.
yeah, I don't
So,
think there's anywhere I am.
and I've never
I
been
know
to New
of.
York, so I can't say the same for that. But anyway, back to my Lucy and Tim,
Sorry.
trash session here. Another moment that I really liked. So I had a few for Lucy and Tim because I mean, how can you not? It was
I think I
the
have 5,
moment
so go ahead.
that her, Jackson, and Nolan met Tim, Telly, and Angela. My day has just been like all over the place, I swear. They met Tim, Telly, and Angela to head out for plainclothes day, and she's looking at Tim like a giddy schoolgirl because he's out of uniform, and I don't know, I feel like she just loved seeing a different side of him.
So same.
And honestly, like I loved seeing it too. I just loved seeing her kind of like look him up and down and then just smile. So it was adorable.
We see you, Lucy. We see you.
Yeah. And then yet another moment that I loved, because how could I not, was when he became infected with the virus and they sat on opposite sides of the door. And oh my God, this just gives me tears every time that I see it in a fan edit or think of it. Because like I think it's more so just he's trying to calm her down and like talk in this somewhat soothing voice, and she just lets her feelings get the best of her. I feel like their partnership had really developed by then, and I knew I would like them and start shipping them when Tim was also fighting for his life with the virus. I don't know, it's
Same.
season 2 was just my season to like start shipping Chenford as more than just partnership. But I was watching 201 again and noticed when her hand was like on his shoulder, I was just like, I just needed that. Like, I needed more of that scene. I need
and
more of
when
that.
when the bullets started flying, she like done catapulted herself over top of him so he wouldn't get hit.
Yeah. Like she didn't even think about, think about it. But I mean, as a cop, she doesn't have that much time to think. She kind of just has to like react. But it was just so good to see. So good to see.
Yeah.
So then I have Angela and Tim. And like I kind of said before, my favorite moments of them were in Man of Honor, so 310, and then Day of Death, which was 211. And I don't know, I just loved their bond. I cannot wait to see him at their wedding, standing up next to her, and just being the best friend that he can be. So
Yeah. I sincerely hope we have a wedding thing. I don't know why. I'm like wondering if we will or not, but
I feel like we
I
will.
hope so.
Yeah.
I hope so.
I hope so. Also, I don't know why I just thought of this, and Carrie, you're gonna like want to disconnect after this.
Cool.
But I
Oh,
need
sorry.
Tim to be Lopez's baby's godfather.
Oh,
Like I need it.
I'm just gonna like start crying.
I need it. I don't know who would be the
Aw.
godmother because I don't feel like it would be Lucy for some odd
Why
reason.
not?
I don't know. I feel like Lucy and Angela aren't that close yet.
Oh, maybe. Well, maybe it'd be like Nyla though. That'd be nice. Cause
Yeah.
like Nyla's already a mom. Aw, that'd be cute.
But yeah, no.
Honestly, though, I think I'm just thinking of like Eric and his kids, though. That's why I'm like having
Yeah.
a fit over it because he's just, oh my God. Oh,
But yeah, so Lopez baby and Tim being the Godfather won because like I need it.
That'd be cute.
Also, I need a Lopez and Jennifer double date, like ASAP.
that'd be fun.
Jennifer doesn't even have to be canon for that to happen. Like
That'd be fun.
because you know that Angela and or Jackson are gonna call Tim and Lucy out on their bullshit.
Oh, probably they have to. Are you kidding me?
I mean, they would have to. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I need Tim as the Godfather and a Chenford Lopez double date.
Yeah.
So those are like the two things that I need if we get season 4. But yeah. So
That'd be so
then
fun.
my last kind of ship that, you know, I have favorite moments for is John and Gray. And I was doing an episode 1, season 1 and episode 1, season 2 rewatch. And both of the times, you know, Gray's just sassy with Nolan. And I find it interesting that it's in the first episodes of the season.
Uh-huh.
But yeah, I don't know. And you know, like at first, Gray doesn't really want to like warm up to Nolan and his career change. I mean,
No, not
y-
at all.
like I would be skeptical of it too. Like, why is he really here? But then like in season 2, we see them writing together before John's new TO comes in. And
Oh,
we just don't see Gray and Nolan together anymore without anyone else a lot. And
nope.
that needs to change because their dialogue is amazing.
Yeah, that's what I tweeted
Yeah.
earlier too. I was like, Richard and Nathan have to have another scene like where they're just like writing
Yeah.
together. Like it'd be so
Also, like the little moment where Gray tells Nolan to like puke away from the crime scene. Hilarious.
great. Oh my God,
Hilarious.
yeah.
So
Oh,
yeah.
man. It just
I'm
the
just
way he like delivers lines, like
yeah.
Richard and his character is so like it's like deadpan, but it's also like there's just I can't even really
There's like
describe it.
dry humor kind of
Yeah,
behind it.
or like
Yeah.
just a lot is dripping with sarcasm or like
And then his facial expressions just like make it 10 times better.
yeah,
I just
so
or
true.
like his body language.
Yeah.
We don't stand Sergeant Gray enough, and that needs to change.
Yeah,
So
deserves all the credit.
yeah, so now I'm just in my fields over my favorite moments and my favorite chips. So Carrie, why don't you take it away? Because I need a
Apparently.
moment.
Okay. Well, I guess since I started with Chenford for mine, I'll say my favorite moments for them too. I have a couple of the same ones as Jennifer, like episode wise, but different scenes. Because like when I started to really like see them as something more than just the TO and rookie was also the season 1 finale. But for me, like the specific scene where I kind of saw them, well, one is like when Tim shuts the door and doesn't let Lucy go in.
Yeah.
That, but then also just the you think I'm good at things, can I get that in writing? Like Lucy's trying to make Tim, like less nervous about, possibly fighting a virus in quarantine. Like that will never not amaze me.
Yeah.
Because there's the teeniest, tiniest, littlest Bradford smile you get on the other side of the door there.
Yeah.
But
Well,
yeah,
when he's holding the gun and he's like, I just want to go out my way or
mhm.
whatever. I'm just like, and Lucy's sitting on the other side of the door, desperately wanting to help, and she can't.
Yeah. Then when she cries, I'm gonna cry. Oh, I'm gonna cry right now just thinking about it.
Yep. I'm in my
So
feels.
good. So good. And then also the scene, well, for me, like I'm just gonna say it's the scene of 211, like if you know, you know. Because just
Yeah.
like the beats of music and then like the actual silence, and then like when you finally like when it like breaks open and then there's just like Tim's desperation, like I can't handle it. Like I think I'm single-handedly responsible for like at least 100 views on the YouTube video that ABC posted.
And I'm responsible for like 100 more. So,
Yeah.
it's fine. I mean, that is the video that, like, when I want to watch something from The Rookie, I'll go
Mhm.
back and watch that.
Yep, same.
And
Like,
that clip, that scene is in like every fan edit that you'll ever see. Like with
Mhm.
some fan edits, they like miss out on some of the not like biggest moments, but some of the more like monumental ones.
mhm.
And that one, maybe it's because they're like Chenford isn't canon yet, and there hasn't been like, 7 seasons of a ship.
Yeah.
But that scene you'll find in like pretty much any fan edit,
Yeah.
whether it's 2 minutes long or like 30 seconds long.
Yeah. Like, no wonder the ABC clip has, I think, 5 million
Yeah.
views now. I think it's surpassed. So good job, Chenford.
Yep.
We love to see it. And then for me, I'm like jumping all over the place, guys. Like, I just realized I have like 101 down at the bottom of my notes here. This is ridiculous.
It's fine.
Anyway, but I think for me, like 101 came up because I'm rewatching season 1, like I said. But then they paralleled that moment in the latest episode, 311, when Lucy was
Mhm.
like, I saved his life on my first day. I didn't even get a fist bump. And so yes, I'm talking about the pilot moment where Tim got shot. Because hello, Lucy Chen came to the rescue. It's like day 2, and she has to go. Like, she dragged him from the bullets. Okay, she's like this tiny. She's like,
Yeah.
I made a little thing, but like, oh, just good for her. Like, it just, I mean, I loved like all of their moments. Well, okay, I shouldn't say all of their moments, because yes, Tim was kind of an asshole in
Yeah.
101. Like, I minus that, but like, you really just got to see their dynamic, and like, you really got a good sense of their characters like right off the bat, I think, in the pilot. So I just really enjoyed that episode for them.
Well, and
And
he was tough on her. Like it was tough
yeah,
love.
yeah, for sure. And then 202, hopefully I got that right. I don't know. I'm going off memory, where she recorded the audiobook. I think that was yeah, because 203 was the bet. So
Yeah.
yeah, it was before that. Yeah, she recorded a whole entire audiobook for him. Like, excuse me, wife material. She seriously went and like asked his ex-wife, Isabel, like about, how he learns, and like what's the best way that she can
Mhm.
help him. Like, I don't know how
She's
much
just
more she has
so
to do.
she's so in tune with him, because
Yeah.
even in the episode, of their last days rookies, she's like the 5 stages of grief. Like,
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that was mostly a joke, but I feel like she kind of thought about that and like prepared for it before, and was
Yeah.
thinking this is going to be like so helpful to Tim in a way.
Yep.
She's just so in tune to him. I
Yeah.
mean, come on. They are
will-
soulmates.
Yeah.
That's sad.
I mean, like, I could, like, that's another scene though that I could watch like over again from the ABC YouTube channel, is that moment from 202, just because it's just like so nice. Like,
Yeah.
she just walks up and is like, here, and just
Yeah.
hands him the thing, and he's so confused. He looks at it for a good like 30 seconds and is like, what is this? And it's just so great. And she just, oh,
Also, Lucy's hair
good.
in a ponytail with like loose curls or down with loose curls is superior.
Yes.
I mean, I love like her low buns and stuff, but like, I don't know. I just, yeah, her entire look in 211, I just loved.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
So,
Yeah. No, it was good. And then, well, I had a couple bonus mentions for them too. Was like again, because I'm rewatching season 1, I really liked the moment in 103 where she like yells at him and is like, "But I'm your rookie." Like,
yeah,
Lucy is Tim's rookie. Like, he has to I mean, essentially, like, put her first in a way, because like he has to train her, and like
yeah,
that's what he has to be focused on, instead of worrying about losing his wife. And like, I just thought it was like really badass for her to like stand up for herself and be like, hey,
mhm,
like, this is what we're doing, like, this is what you need to be focused on right now. Like, she kind of gave him the tough love right back,
yeah,
which is something I don't think that he's like used to. Or, well, I'm sure now he's probably used to it, but like then you could see the surprise written all over his face. But it was good for him, I think. And then my other honorable mention for them was the parallel of, you know, Tim saying thanks and Lucy saying for what, doing my job. Ugh, like, because she went to bat for him. I love a supportive work wife. That's all I got to say for that. And that is, I feel like I just talked for like 10 minutes just about Chenford. I'm sorry, guys. I have more, I promise.
You probably did, but it's fine. So
I promise. For like Jackson and Gino, I loved when Jackson decided to first ask him out in the hospital. Like, and they just went and they like got takeout. Like, that's so cute. Like,
it's so simple.
it's so, yeah, it's so simple. And it was like such a lovely way to like show his personal life. Cause like, I don't think we had seen, well, no, I know we hadn't seen anyone like with Jackson in like a romantic way beforehand.
Yeah, I was gonna say at that point, like before their date, did we know that him and Lucy were living together?
I don't think so.
I don't think so. Because anytime we saw her outside of work, it was with John.
Yeah. Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
And then like there was an episode, I can't remember the exact episode, but the one where there was a crazed patient that escaped from the hospital. And like poor Jackson got attacked in the hospital room, and then Gino went to go check on him, and then poor Gino got attacked too, and just like the concern that they both had for each other was just like, it was so, they were just cute. Like, gosh darn it, if I didn't like Jackson and Sterling too, I would have, I mean, like, oh yeah, but anyway, and then Jackson meeting, like, season 2, fast forward, Jackson and Sterling, they met on the set of a cop show. It's like so meta. It's like a show within a show.
Yeah.
Because the show that they were doing was called Hot Suspect, was the show within a show.
Yeah.
Yeah. And Jackson was called in to be like the police consultant. To help them out.
Angela were.
Oh yeah, that's true. Yeah, Angela was there. She ate the food. I love Angela. Oh my god.
It's a whole mood. Yeah. Honestly, every character in the show is a mood.
For sure. But like, I don't know. I just really liked the Hollywood aspect of their relationship too. Like, I don't know if it's just because they're in LA or like, I don't know. I just thought Jackson had like fun with him. Yeah. And like, I feel like Jackson needed to let loose a little bit. Like, I'm sorry guys, I'm still bitter that they made Sterling out to be.
You're bitter over that true crime.
Yeah, I really am. Oh my gosh. Like,
it was just a weird like ending to their relationship.
I mean, it was fun to hear Daniel Lissing speak in his like normal voice of like with an accent. But other than that, I was like not here for it. The man bun can go, like his whole criminal past can go, like everything can go from that episode. Like, I was just so disappointed.
Yeah, I mean,
like, poor Jackson.
I have to like go back and rewatch that because at that point I was like, what's going on? Like,
yeah, it was just so, I mean, it was out of the blue, and like, I don't know if it was because he had like, you know, different like contractual obligations or what, or if it was just for the sake of the, you know, bringing on a new character. Yeah, I don't know. But man, guys, poor Jackson.
I did like the Jackson and Sterling relationship. I mean, I feel like with Jackson and Gino, it was kind of just, wasn't it like a 1 or 2 date thing? Like, it wasn't anything long.
Yeah, it didn't, it fizzled out, unfortunately.
Yeah. And with this new guy, like, we haven't really seen a whole lot yet.
Yeah.
So
really haven't.
Jackson and Sterling were like really the only relationship that he's had.
Yeah.
And I mean, we need to give him something more, Jackson. Because I feel like we see a lot of Lucy's personal life. I mean, not a lot, but we see more of it kind of. And with John, you know, obviously we see a lot of it because he's the main character. But I feel like we don't see a lot of Jackson's.
Yeah.
Like, we didn't see his dinner out with his family.
Oh yeah, that's true. That
was. But we saw Lucy's mom, you know.
Yeah.
So I feel like they like underutilize Jackson's personal
Yeah.
life sometimes, because it would be interesting to have seen that dinner with his family and, you know, his dad being the commander. It would
Mhm.
have been interesting to see that.
Yeah.
Also, can someone go write that fanfic? Because like we're not gonna get that now, I'm sure. We're not gonna get anything like that. So someone please go write that fanfic and then tweet
Yeah.
us.
Yeah, tweet us when you do.
Yeah.
But like I don't know what it is about Jackson getting injured in view of his like potential suitors. Like why is this a thing? Because he got shot in the trailer on the
Yeah.
set, and then just like I couldn't handle it. Like the concern you could just see it was like all just oh, it was like overwhelming. And I just like, I mean, dang, Jackson just can't catch a break. Like,
Didn't he get hurt in front of the officer on the horse too? Or no?
did he? I can't
I don't
remember.
know. I know that I pulled a screenshot of an episode where
Oh, I think that was
like he had
those
the
were his injuries from the previous episode. So
oh, okay, yeah.
6, yeah, and he got
Yeah.
into the that
Where
incident
like
with 305.
Stanton, yeah, screwed him over. Mm.
Mm-hmm. Oof,
Yeah, Jackson really can't catch a break.
he really cannot. Speaking of Jackson, my next little thing is Angela and Jackson. I love that partnership. Like I said, it's so underrated. And we obviously we haven't seen it a lot in season 3. You know, with Alyssa being pregnant and in real life, obviously had you know, different episodes and whatnot with filming. So we didn't see Jackson with Angela as much this season, but like in previous seasons, I just really liked how they had each other's backs. Like, I mean, even in the pilot, you know, Angela protected Jackson when he, you know, froze up in the first shootout that he was in. And then a few episodes later in 107, you know, we have Jackson helping to get Angela back on the list for detective because he knows that she can do it. And in season 2, oh my goodness, this episode will forever make me laugh so much because it's the one where Jackson accidentally does drugs, and poor Angela has to essentially like babysit him, and it just always has me dying. Like, bravo Titus and Alyssa. I don't know how the heck you guys didn't just, I mean, maybe you did crack up like during filming of it. We
Yeah.
just didn't see it in a blooper reel or something, but oh my goodness, it was just so funny. I just absolutely love that whole entire episode.
Wait, why did I think like yeah, they thought that it was drugs, or he did at least, but then
Yeah, and then
it wasn't
turned
or
out,
something?
yeah, it turned out to be like not what they, not like PCP or
Yeah.
like okay, what anyway.
Still just too funny.
Lovely topic we're
surprised.
talking about.
I'm surprised that you didn't mention the episode where like it's their last day, it's rookies. And
I'm
Jackson's
getting
like,
there.
oh, okay.
I'm getting there. I was trying to go in order. I was trying to get some semblance of an order
I'm
back.
sorry. I'm just like, how do you forget that episode? Like,
No, because that was
was
like I
the
should have just done
purest
an
thing
order of
ever.
bullet points for crying out loud.
Okay.
Yeah, Jackson's reassurance about how Angela will be a great mom in season 3. Yeah, and the like just the episode, yeah, like you said, their last day as rookies, when they're driving, and he, you know, keeps reassuring her that like her kid's gonna turn out just fine because like she's gonna be, you know, like do the best she can. Like I just think that's really great. And like
Yeah.
I don't know, like I don't know what it is about like their like seeing them on screen. I don't like, it's just so like natural, like they're kind of ease between like training officer and rookie into friends. Like
Yeah.
it's just very very easy. Like it's not this, I mean, yes, I know like Nyla and John are, you know, kind of friends ish
Yeah.
now, and like obviously Tim and Lucy are their own, you know, separate thing.
Yeah.
But like they just do it so like effortlessly, Angela and Jackson, and I just really I enjoy it a lot.
Yeah. I mean, now that you say that, like I feel I feel like the first few episodes, it was really, rookie TO, like they were trying to warm up to each other. But after maybe like the 5th or 6th episode, it seems like they were becoming more friends. Maybe it was just Jackson and Angela, but like Tim and Lucy kind of still seems like that rookie TO vibe. Maybe that's just because that's what like Tim gave off. And then with Talia and John, you kind of saw that, but I mean, I don't, it was more
not
that.
till like the very, very end. Like, I don't know, because that like brings me to my next little point of like them being my favorite line like ever that they ever say is John's like, I want to give you a hug, and Talia's like, do you want to get tased? Like, she just did not care, had no qualms about it. Like, I don't, if that doesn't describe their dynamic, I'm not sure what does. Because like every single time I rewatch things or I see clips, I'm just like reminded of how nice their like partnership or pairing up was. Like, Talia didn't take any BS, but you still got to see little moments where she kind of opened up a little bit or let Nolan kind of be a little bit freer. Like she would let him talk, or when she surprised him by bailing the dad out of lockup. Even after she had went on that spiel about people are inherently flawed. So it's like they kind of just surprised each other, which I liked. And then, of course, at the end of season 1, you had John going in and defending Talia. And I mean, he walked out of his freaking deposition because she was missing and he wanted to help find her. Like that, I mean, she just really taught him a lot, I think. And like, it was a good season for them.
I feel like John's TOs shoot him straight. Like they don't beat around the bush. And I'm wondering if that's just because of how he is. Like they realize that they can't be, I don't know. I just like, I find it so interesting that like both of his TOs have been like strict kind of hard asses. I mean, obviously they have to be their TOs and, like supervisors kind of to these rookies, but they've both been like sassy and, they just, they call him out on his BS. So,
but it would be different if like you've had like Tim with John, because it's like a different kind of like, because at least like with Nyla and Talia, like they like actually listen, and like he can kind of, even if they don't admit it at first, sometimes John can actually get through to them and like actually teach them something. Whereas with Tim, it's like the only person that gets through his, thick skull up here is Lucy sometimes.
I find it interesting that like besides for the West and Stanton partnership, all of the like rookie TO partnerships have been male and female.
Oh my gosh, have they really?
Yeah, like long-term partnerships, because we've seen Gray and Nolan driving together, and then we saw Doug and Jackson together.
Oh my goodness.
Like long-term.
Whoa, how did I not realize this?
I don't know how you
gosh,
could
because even like when the captain, like you got to see like Captain Anderson and Lucy a couple times.
Yeah, and then like Nyla and Lucy. But I mean, like I'm talking like long term. Like when we talk partnerships.
Yeah, no, I'm just kind of thinking this out as we're recording. Apparently,
I don't know. It's just so interesting to see that like male, female, and it's not necessarily the male is like the top dog, but it's interesting to see.
Yeah, like it's not a dominant subordinate.
Yeah.
Like male dominant, female subordinate relationship. Nor is it always a like romantic setting either. The show like does really well with proving that platonic like mentorships or friendships actually can exist.
And I feel like the partnerships like relate to each other. Like the TOs relate to their rookies in a way. Nyla and John both being divorced and having a kid. I don't know if I could draw a comparison for Talia and John. Nothing's coming to mind right now. But like Tim and Lucy, I don't know. I feel like they just want to be like hot shots kind of on the job, maybe. And then Jackson and Angela probably, I feel like Jackson had to like be the star student and be kind of, like on his game, for his
Yeah.
dad, and Angela kind of had to be like that as well, but mostly to like stand out from her siblings, maybe.
Yeah. But I feel like for like Tim and Lizzie, they both have kind of, I mean, Lucy's relationship with her parents is like fine in
Yeah.
like a typical like a but like a from an emotional standpoint, they have some emotional turmoil there,
Mhm.
whereas Tim
Tim had that with Isabel.
yeah. Well, even
Yeah.
like or with Tim's dad too, which I know he has only mentioned like once, I think,
Yeah.
had some issues there.
Angela and Wesley kind of have that with Patrice, his mom. And like where they
Yeah.
want to impress them, but they also want to do their own thing. And
Mhm.
Jackson had that with his dad in one of the latest episodes where like he or yeah, it was one of the latest episodes where Commander West and Gray were kind of like deciding Jackson's future.
Yeah. Mhm.
All of these parallels that
Yeah.
we are discovering right now, apparently. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
I feel like maybe with like Talia and Nolan though, it's kind of like they both just really wanted to prove themselves. You know what I mean? Because like
Yeah.
Talia was like gunning for a detective, at least during season 1.
Yeah.
And John was just really trying to like prove, at least to Gray anyway, or like to himself, that he was like meant to be in the rookie
Yeah.
program. I don't know. It's the only thing that comes to mind right now.
Yeah.
But
Yeah. He was kind of proving like, he did deserve to be there. Like he had worked hard and
yeah.
yeah. Yeah, that's a good parallel for them.
Yeah. And then last but not least for me, Angela and Wesley, their first meeting cracked me up because literally it was just them arguing
Yeah.
the entire time. And bonus fun fact, like we actually first see Wesley in 107 as Isabel's lawyer, but he doesn't interact with Angela, which I didn't realize because like you see Sean Ashmore, he doesn't have like a beard or anything though, so he looks
Yeah.
so like a baby face, and it's just like I didn't realize that until I watched
Huh.
last night. I saw that. So
That's
but
cool
then I
though.
like yeah, that is cool. I liked the scene with them in 201, like the vulnerable moment, because like Angela wanted to make living together work, and like instead
Yeah.
of Wesley getting upset, he was just like, nope, he's gonna stay because he wants to make it work too. Like, oh, so good. They best stable couple on the show so far.
That is canon. Yeah.
Yeah, that is canon.
I like when he like goes into the shower or like goes into the bathroom and finds a grilled cheese and she's like, oh yeah, that's what I made for dinner last night. She just like peeled back the layers so quickly of them like
Yep.
moving in together.
Yep, so good. I mean, and their like proposal obviously is a good moment. Like it's the cutest thing. No one can tell me otherwise. But like a bonus thing though from like Lopez and West is when Jackson's the one that tells Angela like, oh, Wesley's gonna propose. And he does the little thing with his hand, like the Beyonce single ladies that like
Yeah.
thing. Then Angela just turns in because she's trying to take a nap, right? And she's just like, what? Like he's gonna propose? What?
Yeah.
Oh, that was great. Oh, and my couple of mentions, I swear to God, guys, I'm almost done. I talk too much about relationships. I'm sorry.
Well, we did get off on the tangent about, the parallels and stuff. So
Yeah. But like y'all are probably you might hate me for it. I don't know. Probably not. They're really not that bad. But like
no.
Tim and Isabel's rookie photo was so darn cute that he has in his locker in the first season. It is so cute. And like their little oh, they were just cute.
I like how he just gave her money. Like he could have been like, no, I'm not giving you any money. But
He's such
he
a
did.
softie.
Yeah.
Poor Tim. And then like Tim being again like gentle and just like nice with like Rachel after learning about her um disease, unfortunately. I think it was Huntington's
Something
disease, I
like
think.
that. Yeah.
Yeah, in 215. I know I said it on Twitter when the season 2 finale was airing because like I liked Tim and Rachel too, and I wasn't expecting to, but of course I'm like diehard Jennifer
Yeah.
guys, but like they were, I mean, cute moments he
Yeah.
had with those other two.
I liked Tim and Rachel too.
Yay, good. I'm not the only one.
I thought
They were cute.
I thought that they were good for what they were. Like
Yeah.
that's what he needed at the time. And maybe, like that'll kind of steer him in the direction. If Rachel was ever to come back, maybe that would steer him in the direction of like, him and Lucy. But I don't
Yeah.
know. I thought that they were good for what they were. And if they broke up, they broke up. Like that's fine because, I want Chen for an endgame. But
Mhm.
Rachel and Tim were kind of cute.
Yeah, they were good. I was gonna say, I'm like, you are not the only one.
I
If we haven't mentioned, guys, Eric Winter's like the captain of the Chenford ship. So like,
yeah.
yeah.
I liked Tim and Rachel better than I liked Emmett and Lucy, solely because of the way that
Yeah.
Emmett like broke it off with Lucy. I mean, I don't know.
Same.
I could end up not liking Tim and Rachel,
Same.
but yeah.
No, I agree. Yeah.
Yeah.
Same.
So I think that kind of wraps it up. Did we have any other notes on our favorite ships and moments?
I'm not saying anything more because I talked way too much, guys. So I'm sorry if y'all are annoyed with me.
Well, we did get off on like one small tangent, but we did end up keeping it in the rookie sphere. So yeah, I'm proud of us.
Yeah.
But you can find us on Twitter at the Shop Talk Pod _ or email us at shoptalktherookiepodcast@gmail.com with all of your thoughts. You can find us individually on Twitter too. I'm jstark804.
And I'm at Carrie Hyman.
And the Rookie is back next week with a new episode called Braveheart. Thanks for listening. Bye, everyone.
Bye, guys.
Go get him, boo.